Hey guys, League of Tips episode 4 today, and remember if you haven't seen the other 3 then links for them will be at the end of the video and you should definitely check them out. So the first tip is going to be for Pantheon, and you know I kind of like Pantheon right now, like he was on my underrated list that I did the other day, and this one is a proper cheeky tip submitted by one of you guys, Trollsy UK. Obviously I'm kind of biased, I am from the UK, so if that's not how I pronounce your name, I am sorry, but that is what I'm going to go with. So we all know how Pantheon's ultimate works, right? You get this big ass circle onto it where he's cast it, and then you have some time to run away before he actually lands. Well, the tip itself is that if you ultimate into a brush that the enemy doesn't have vision of, then they're not going to see that circle and they don't get any kind of warning that you're dropping there. So it'll still do damage, it still drops you there, but you just get no circle. Like you can see from my Graves perspective that I have no idea that he's actually landed in that brush. You don't get any kind of sound effect warning at all, so it's news to me when he suddenly runs out of the bush. So there are quite a few different ways you can actually use this. Like the most common ones are probably going to be bot lane, honestly, where you ult into one of those 2 bushes, or maybe even top lane in the same kind of bushes as well. You can also use this for Baron or Dragon. You can ultimate into a bush that they don't have vision of and you can flank someone. It's actually really cool. Right, so tip number 2 is going to be about the crab at Baron and Dragon, and this one has been around for a while, but it was suggested by one of you guys, Bob Roberts, to go over in one of these videos. So if you weren't aware, when you kill these crabs, it gives you a little speed shrine, it gives you vision around it, and it also speeds you up when you go in it. These things are actually really useful and definitely underrated. Like the speed up is going to help you kite more, it'll help you catch people, it's just really good. So the tip itself is that any kind of hard crowd control like stuns or knockups will reduce the armor and magic resist the crab has from 60 to 10, and it makes it a lot easier to kill. Now there are 2 ways you can really do this. I guess you can either do it with abilities like Jarvan Knockup or the Elise Cocoon, or you can actually smite the Krugs and you use that buff to then stun it, so it makes it a lot easier to clear early. So the final tip is going to be using Fizz, and it's a couple of tricks using his troll pole. Now you can use your jump in 2 kind of ways. Like the first way you can do it is to use the first jump to get to the edge of the wall, and the second to go over, like you can see on the screen. So the second way is a little bit different, so you'll do it this way instead. Like you'll stand next to the wall, then the first charge will go over, then you can either drop down or you can jump back. Now the cool thing with this is you can scout bushes, the jungle, dragon and baron, and you can see if anyone is there and then jump back if there are. So there are 2 really cool ways that I use this a lot. So you can even smite while you are actually on your pole, which can be a sneaky way to try and steal the dragon. So you hop over, you then smite it, and then you hop back with no danger. The second thing is actually quite funny. Like when you use it over a wall and people see you, they think, oh crap, and they just flash away instantly, even if you then just jump back over the wall and you don't follow them. So there are also a couple of other things that you can do with Fizz and his pole. So you can use his Zhonya's while your E is active, and it'll keep you there and you'll drop afterwards, allowing you to dodge way more. The second thing is actually in his tooltip for the E, but it's something most people don't really realize, I guess they haven't really read it properly, is that if you let your E drop itself, then it will do damage in a wider area. If you activate it again, so you actually jump with it to go further, then it's only going to do damage in a smaller area. So if you want to clear a wave, then you want to hop up on your pole and then just let it drop down itself. So that wraps up the League of Tips episode 4, and if you learned something, remember to like the video, it really does help me out, and as always make sure you subscribe for more, check out the other ones, and I'll catch you in my next video.